Hey everybody, Fifth Leaf here, bringing you another episode of VGC as easy as 1, 2, 3. Now, today's episode is going to be a little shorter than most, and actually, what I mean by that is it's going to be a lot shorter than most, because the topics we're going to be talking about today are actually really fast, really easy to pull off, and don't require too much explanation. At the end of the last video, I mentioned that today's episode we're going to be talking about how to get the most amount of money and the most amount of watts, the shortest amount of time. This is going to really speed up the process of training your Pokemon and building your teams to get you into the competitive scene much quicker. Now first, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about how to get watts, the fastest way to get as many watts as you need, right? There are a couple methods that you can do here. One of them is an exploit and one of them is just being speedy with the game. So we'll talk about the exploit first, as it's the most commonly used amongst players and it's very easy to get down. First, I'm going to need you to do one of a couple things. You can either go to one of the open areas and looking to see if there are any active raid dens close to you that have a raid that haven't been redeemed yet today. Or I need you to go to a watt trader, and what you're actually going to do is you're going to buy a wishing piece. You are going to need a wishing piece for this method. 3,000 watts is how much they cost, and you can buy them at any watt trader. Or, like I said, you could just find an active raid that you haven't already yet collected. I already have a couple wishing pieces, so I don't need to buy one. So what we're going to do next is we're actually going to go find a raid den. Now that you're at your raid den, what you're going to do is you're going to save your game, because just in case you mess it up, I don't want you to lose any of your progress. Now what you're going to do is you're going to click on the raid den and collect the watts that are already there. It's only going to be a couple hundred. Then what I want you to do is I want you to throw your wishing piece in. Now that you have your raid den active, all you have to do is click on the raid, invite others, home button, system settings, system, date and time, go forward one day, hit OK, press B all the way back and go back into the game, back out of the raid. And there you have it, the raid den glows up. Now the difference between clicking on the den now and clicking on the den before is this counts as a new day active den. So when you click on it, you're not going to get 200 watts, you're going to get 2,000 watts. So I'm going to click on the den. It's going to give me 2,000 watts. Now, once you get this pattern down and this sequence down, it's going to be a lot quicker. So I'm going to do it one more time. We're going to invite others. Home. System settings. All the way down, date and time, go forward a day, back out all the way, go back into the game, stop looking for our participants, and boom, there you have it. Now that's one way to get watts, and that's the most common used that I've noticed, because it is the fastest and it requires you to do the least amount of work. However, there is one more method that is really quick. What you need to do is you need to go over to this fly point, the slippery slope, down in the Crown Tundra. Once you're here, all you have to do is do 1 or 2 max raid battles here. I found it much easier to go to endless, because when you do endless, you might not be able to catch the Pokemon. However, you do get a lot more ore. Okay, so what you're going to do there is you're actually going to go take that ore. You're going to bring it to this lady right here who sells you things. And then from here, you're going to trade your ore for Armorite ore. Once you have your Armorite ore, you're going to go right back outside. And you're actually going to fly all the way to the Isle of Armor. You go to Fields of Honor. And what you're going to do is you're going to find one of the digging pods. These diggers find you a ton of watts. So if you don't want to do the reset method like I showed before, a lot of people don't like to mess with the date and time. You can come to these guys and they find you a lot of watts. Now the reason why this is slower than the previously mentioned method is because you do have to have the Armorite ore, which means you need to farm the Armorite ore, which the fastest way would be just to do the max raid battles. So I'm going to talk to him right here. We're going to say dig up some watts. 7 pieces of Armorite ore. We have 9. He's going to save the progress. He digs up 2,000 watts. Keep going. Another 2,000. Another 8,000. 2,000. 2,000. You can just keep going. Now, I got pretty unlucky there, and I still got 23,000 watts. However, there have been digging pot expeditions that have gotten me probably about 80 to 100,000 watts. So this is another method of getting yourselves watts, and this is another way that you can upgrade that dojo that I talked about in the last video to get those supplements into your dojo. Now that we actually have the watts that we need, now we get to talk about how to make money quickly in this game. Now, the reason why we talked about making watts first is because making watts actually goes hand in hand with making money. Because what you're going to do is you're going to use those newly acquired watts to make you your money. Now, I'm standing next to one of these like power trainer looking dudes, and they're going to be the key to making us our money. What we're going to do is we're going to take our watts, and there are 7 in this area. And I'll show you on screen right now the 7 locations of these guys. I know at first when I started these methods, there weren't very clear videos on how to find all of them. There are 7 in the main world, and what you need to do is you need to go to each one of them and look for luxury balls. Now, if you've checked all of the vendors and none of them have luxury balls, I'm going to show you how to reset them in the fastest way. You can't really do the day-to-day method like I just showed you with the dens because they don't always change every day or every other day. So the fastest way that I've found to actually reset the traders is to go to your online mode. You're going to go into versus mode. You're going to go into battle stadium, pick ranked battles. You can pick singles or doubles, but if you're trying to play ranked and you're trying to get into VGC competitively, do not pick doubles. You're actually going to go into singles if that's the case. But if you don't care, then you don't care. It doesn't matter if you show the team your info or not. From there, you're going to make sure you pick a team. We'll just pick one of our randoms. It's going to search. Don't worry if your team's like good or not. Just make sure there's no duplicate Pokemon and no duplicate items because we're not actually going to battle. And the reason why I said don't pick doubles in this scenario is because we're not actually going to battle. We're just going to run away. Like I said, once you're here, you're just going to run. We're going to quit battling. We're going to back out. What we're going to do is you're going to press the home button. You can try going up day to day at this point, but honestly, the safest way here is just to go forward a month. Now, what you're going to do from here, now that you've gone forward a month, is you're going to actually go all the way up to the Watt Trader outside Hammerlock Hills. None of the other ones will work for this method. With this exploit, you got to go to this guy. And there you have it. He has luxury balls. It may take a couple tries, but we got lucky and we got it on our first try. Now, I will say real quick, if you're worried about changing the date on your Switch, you can always go back to the original date and the methods will not mess up your games. It is completely safe. You are 100% fine. Now, if you don't want to do the exploits, that's fine. You don't have to. What I would recommend is doing the Armorite Ore method to get your watts and then using those watts to buy your luxury balls. And if you don't want to do the exploit to get luxury balls that may not be available when you're first searching, then just wait for them to show up. But this is the fastest way to get them. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take the watts that you made. We only made 27,000 today. We're going to buy as many luxury balls as we can. Now, we're only spending 100 watts per luxury ball, right? We're going to buy 276, right? At least I think that's what the number said. And what we're going to do, we're going to go right inside Hammerlock. We're going to go right into the Pokemon Center. You guessed it, we're going to sell these luxury balls. Now, for 100 watts each, you're going to end up making a lot more of a return than you might be thinking. We're going to go into Pokeballs. All the way down to your luxuries. 414,000. 414,000 Poké Dollars. And there you have it. That's how you make money in this game. I don't know what else to tell you. That is the fastest way to make money. Even if you don't want to do the exploits to make the watts go into your pocket faster and to get the traders holding the luxury balls faster, these are still the fastest ways to get your watts and the fastest ways to get your money. So, like I said, it was going to be a short video anyways. I hope you learned something today. Next time, we'll be talking about how to farm the perfect legendary Pokemon from the max den raids to add right to your team. That's also another one that's been requested a lot, especially with the bans happening from Nintendo banning people from using hacked and modded Pokemon from .com websites. Now we will learn how to get the legendaries to throw right on our team, how to farm them correctly. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day or night, whatever you're doing. Love you guys. If you like the video, rate, comment, subscribe. Peace out.